Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. How's your week going? Can you believe that it is almost August? The summer has just flown by, and unfortunately, much of it was shit, right? These last, 2 months? Cancer's moved to your brain. Oh, you got so sick that you had to be wheeled into the ER because you couldn't stand up. And that lasted for weeks. Oh, yeah. But this week is exactly what my wife and I dream of when we put all the effort in to be in Chicago for treatment and then pack ourselves up and travel to Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the week off, right? We've been doing that all summer, and it's so worth it. Especially this week. First of all, let me share with you, I went in for my blood work yesterday, and as you know, the last couple of weeks have been insane. They were watching my heart because I would just stand up and my heart rate would go to like 150, and I mean, when I could stand up, it's just been a lot. It's been intense. And so yesterday my blood work showed I'm almost back to normal. I'm no longer neutropenic. I've got white blood cells. My hemoglobin is normal. My platelets are like popping. So I've recovered, which, you know, when you have the arrogance of an able body, right? And my whole life I've had an able body, and you just assume it's like when I go in for my lung ablation surgeries, right? Like they're like, oh well, you know, your lung could collapse and you'll have a breathing tube, and you know, blah blah blah, and you're like, okay. But I go into it assuming that the lung will collapse, but it's okay. They'll just puff it back up, and you know, and this last stint in the hospital, this was really scary. My wife was driving home thinking she wasn't going to be taking me out of that hospital. I was really scared, thinking this was the beginning of the end. And you never know if you're actually going to recover, because again, my mind, even after everything I've been through for the last 4.5 years, it still snaps back into that arrogant, able body that I just assume that if I eat well, if I work hard, I will be able to build it back, because have been successful in doing that. But then there's always the trauma, right, of the first year when an entire year was spent in bed. And I did not think that I was going to ever recover from that. So to have the blood work come back normal is great. And all week, as you know, I had friends that were coming in. My bestie, Natalie, she's such a lovely woman. It was so nice. They're moving to Colorado and they're road tripping it. And so they came to Jackson to visit my wife and I. And they're just, you know, her and her husband. I mean, I met her. We've known each other for over 15 years now. Yeah, going on 20. I met her before she met her husband. I was there when she had her babies, you know. She's also, she raised her hand to be my power of medical behind Gabby. I wanted to give Gabby a way to tap out if further down the road there's things that she doesn't want to do that I want to do. Or if she just emotionally can't deal with managing her wife's death. I just wanted her to have a tap out. And my friend Natalie has provided that. And she's just a, you know, lovely human. So when she came into town with her family, I was super excited. And she knows that movement is what keeps me going, right? She's known me for 15 years. We worked together twice. She knows I never sit down. Like, movement keeps me going. And so, you know, her and her husband asked if we could go for a hike up to a lake. It wasn't that big of a hike, but they're like, you know, how are you feeling? Can you do this? And what's so lovely about having such amazing support, such amazing friends, and the wife that I have, you know, I knew that I could try, and if it didn't work out, I could turn around. I also knew that if I tried and just bonked, you know, on that walk, that my friends would carry me back, you know, like it's that kind of like love and support. And so it was the first hike, first walk, long walk. For the last month, I haven't been able to walk down to our village. That's a mile away. It's insane to me, right? But when they came, I was like, yes, let's do this. And so we went on, like, it was like a 4-mile roundabout. There was some inclination, and we went to Taggart Lake and just hung out and just had a beautiful day. And I was so I went on that walk, and there wasn't a single time that I was thinking, oh, fuck, what did I do? Or, oh, I shouldn't have made this decision. Or, you just got to push harder. I just was able to go for a walk with my friends and my wife, and that was just, it was beautiful. And the week just kept going. It just kept going like that. Like this is really strange. Super strange. I can't really, that walk I did, that was great. It was amazing. And since then, I've been trying to go for walks. I think because they were here, I was super excited, so that gave me some energy, because it's been a little difficult for the rest of the week, but I've been able to get on my bike, which has been amazing. Again, you don't know this roller coaster of cancer and treatment. You don't know if you're going to make it through that next thing, right? And so to be coming out of it right now, to have been able to go for a walk with my friends and my wife in the mountain, and every day we've been going out and exploring, and it's just been glorious. It's been insane. Oh, somebody's chasing something. But the culmination of all of this, this is why I'm smiling, okay? This is actually the thing that I'm super excited to tell you. Today, all week, so all summer, I've been wanting to do, there's a ride that goes through Teton National Forest. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's a lot of hills, a lot of up and down. It's you know, it's rough. And I just kept saying to my wife, I really want to try it. I really want to try it. Knowing, again, that I have such amazing support, that my wife, if I couldn't do it, she'd be like, fine, let's turn around. Or if I bonked, she'd like, sit down, I'll go ride home and get the car, right? Like, that support is amazing. I always say no one should do cancer alone, and then no one should do cancer alone. Anyways, this morning was the day, right? It's the day before I go back for treatment. I've had 3 weeks off of treatment because I was too sick to get it last time. What that means is I've been off of treatment for 3 weeks. So this morning my wife was like, let's do it. Let's go. Okay. Well, not only did I crush that ride, but I was feeling so good that I was like, babe, let's keep going, right? And there's a larger ride than the one that I was just talking about that we have been wanting to do since I got sick. It's a loop. It's 40 miles. 40 miles of the mountains, hills and valleys, and I did that today. It felt so good. Oh, it's so crazy. You know, 3.5 weeks ago, I was being wheeled into the ER, unable to walk. It's just, you know, when I was, you always ask me, like, how is that possible, Nicole? Well, this is the thing. One, I do it because I can, right? If I can, I'm going to do it because I love it. I think that's you know, when when you say to me that, Nicole, I wish I had half of your energy, or I'm so impressed by what you're doing. I have a baseline. Because I got into endurance sports before I was diagnosed. When I turned 30, I did my first marathon. I did like 3 more and a couple half Ironmans in my 30s. I was just figuring out, like, what can my body do, getting it in shape and figuring out, like, the things that I like to do. And then I spent my 40s really, really getting into shape. And my wife and I would spend a Sunday riding our bikes 60, 100 miles. Like, we love it, right? Go for 12-mile hikes up the side of a cliff. Love it. When I was diagnosed, I'd retired the year before. My wife and I made a plan that we were both going to be able to choose or not, but we had the choice to retire by the time we hit 50. I went a little earlier than that, but my dream in retirement was going to be that I was going to take 3 months and go for a walkabout. I had planned to rent a little condo in Spain, and I was going to do an immersion Spanish to fix my janky Spanglish, and I was going to explore Spain, and the other goal that I had was that I was going to ride the coast of Oregon in Washington, but I wanted to go to Europe and just spend a couple of months riding my bike around Europe. That was my dream. And I've been engraving that future and knowing none of those things are ever going to happen. It feels really amazing when I have days like this. When I have days like when my friend was here and able to just go for a walk without thinking about it, without being scared, without my wife being scared, Man, this week's been glorious. And this is exactly what I need as I head into, I leave tomorrow, I go back to Chicago, and this is going to be the first time, I know it's going to happen because my blood work is good, right? And Obvi brought it all back. I'm super strong right now. I am getting treatment this week, and this is going to be the first full treatment of the new protocol. So I can finally figure out like how it works and how I react to it, and that feels good too. It's been really scary these last 4.5 years, but it's been really scary for the last 2 months. Moved to my head. Don't even know if that is dead. Ugh. Anyways, well, I'm gonna crawl back into my house, and there's a music fest, little mountain music fest that I think we're gonna try to get to tonight. I'm not sure if I'll be able to walk, but God, it feels good to have a week like this. All right, thank you, friend. Thank you for coming to check in on me. I'll talk to you this week. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. You know, I was reflecting on this week, and I was the amazing support that I received from my wife and my friends, my chosen family. You know, like this amazing week of testing myself, pushing myself, feeling alive. It couldn't happen without that, like, amazing network of support that's underneath me. You know what I mean? And it just got me thinking that, you know, you are so generous with your time and your love that anytime I need some positive juju, you're right there with it, right? Anytime I've asked for a friend, right, to do a rainbow glitter warrior stomp for a friend in need, you've been right there. Well, this week, having like felt this amazing support and seeing what it allowed me to do, I was thinking, how about this time we have it be for you? Why don't you share where you're at, what you need, and then the Rainbow Glitter Warrior tribe will all come together and send you some love and positivity and prayers and juju and whatever people do to rain love down on you. So share what you need. Have it be about you this time. All right, I'll see you next time. Love you.